So besides the label, is there other places people can check for the actual things that they're putting in the system in terms of these drugs or these other things that get put in the system?
Yes and no. There are some like educational resources, but I would say a lot of them cherry pick the information off of the labels. So I would recommend going straight to the labels.
Right. Because those are the best place where you're gonna find the detailed like what's inside the ingredients, right?
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. I really appreciate also too, like there's just so much information out there. And sometimes, and I don't know if you can attest to this, where you know, there's there's many opinions about different things. And, this one says, oh, it's fine. And then some people say, oh, it's not fine. And I guess for parents, for you, because you're really the more expert area in this for me than anyone that I really know. But, you know, I find you have to kind of decide like what is good. Like how do people know what's good and what's not good? Because like there's a list of 25,000 things on a label, but how do you know what's the bad thing and what's the good thing?
Really, I'm just painfully honest.
Yeah, they're all bad.
Copy and paste into your search engine and read it all. That's how I learned.
Yeah.
I'm not a medical professional. I just learned everything that I know from .gov resources and going straight to the source on what do they say. And I do touch on things that are outside of the inserts, like the pharmaceutical industry as a whole, just for you to have the context. So when the FDA says safe and effective, what does that mean? It might not be the same definition that you and I would think is safe and effective. Most of the times when they do say that, it's always in comparison to a complication of a disease. And in my opinion, that's a false dichotomy, which is a logical fallacy that suggests there's only two options. So you either accept this product or you're going to die. And on the flip side, other people say if you do accept that product, you're going to die, which is inaccurate as well. So it's important to stay in that middle and research the product and understand, okay, does this product make sense for me? Am I at risk for this? Is this something in my community? Do I live in the city? Do I live in the country? Does this run in my family? Do I have issues with my liver that I might not be able to detox the excipients in this product? The excipients are other ingredients in that product. So there might be other like aluminum or thimerosal, which is mercury, or there's so many other ingredients out there. Also, too, a lot of these pharmaceuticals are grown in cultures like egg, or if you are kosher or halal, they might conflict with your dietary restrictions. And so it's important for you to know all the ingredients listed so then you can fit what works best for you.
Nice. And I guess for people, I'm just kind of curious, like people who kind of go to you and like get your help, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that. Could you give us an example or give us like a story that like has happened to you that like you helped someone like, wow, you helped me so much. Thank you so much.
One of my favorite stories is this one woman. She was the picture of health, but she took my course anyway. She just wanted to be informed. And her husband had a heart attack.
Wow.
And they were sitting in the ER, and the nurse came up and said, we're going to administer this product to your husband. And she said, hold on, let me read the insert. So she took the training that she had gotten from me, and she pulled up the insert and she read through it. And in the contraindications section, those are the conditions that a patient might have that predisposes them to increased risk. There was a listed contraindication that her husband had, and the manufacturer disclosed that if you have this condition, this complication, it can be fatal for you to take this product.
Wow.
And so she told the nurse, my husband has this condition. And the nurse said, oh, we can't give it to him then. But of course, you're in the ER situation. He has a heart attack. They don't have the time to go through the personal history of every single complication or condition. Right. And you're in that situation. You might not remember everything. So I love that example because even though it didn't personally affect her taking the course, she was able to make an informed decision for her husband when he was dealing with a heart attack and wasn't 100% conscious and able to make that discerning decision. So for her to be an advocate for him, I think is wonderful.
Awesome.